And now, Drop the Dead Donkey. This episode was first shown in December 91, in a week in which there was mounting pressure on Kenneth Baker to resign and the government prepared for the Maastricht Summit.
Bloody traffic! Worse than the trains. When it finally cleared, I was standing at some traffic lights and one of these silly sods started cleaning my windscreen and then asked for some money when I just drove off. Mind you, I had to go round 3 corners before I could get the bugger off my bonnet. And now I've got a dirty windscreen where he threw up all over it.
Morning, Joy, and how are you?
Are you really interested?
Well, I just thought
No, I thought not.
What I want to know is what bloody idiot christened her Joy?
Lots of city news coming in. One of the Maxwells will manage to stay afloat.
That will be £1 in the bad Robert Maxwell joke box, thank you. Come on.
Just remember, sweetheart, if anybody asks why you're here, it's half term.
Don't call me sweetheart.
Just remember. Morning, everybody. This is my daughter, Deborah.
Hello, Deborah.
Well, we're just about to have a meeting, sweet. So, why don't you sit in and watch?
So, Deborah, half term, is it?
No, I've been suspended pending a governor's meeting.
Thank you, Deborah. Right, let's get on with this meeting, shall we?
Bloody lift's broke. I had to walk all the way up here. Hello? Didn't I meet you when I was doing that school arson story?
Yes, I'm trying to start the meeting.
Morning, Newsounds. Don't mind me. I'm not here. I just wanted to let you know that to ignite the afterburners on our publicity drive, I've agreed that tomorrow a documentary team from the series Hidden Eye will film us, scaling the rock face of quality broadcasting.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, Henry. It's no big deal. Just behave exactly as you would normally.
You mean insult the director, throw up over the sound man, and try and rip the knickers off the researcher?
Humour, Alex. Excellent.
Guys, what exactly is this?
Oh, please don't worry, George. The contract I've negotiated with them gives us the right to view the material before they broadcast it.
Right. Dave, what do we got?
There's a new report on the high levels of ozone depletion in the atmosphere.
6 months ago, they were talking about too much ozone at street level. I mean, surely they could find a way of just getting all the ozone down here, up there, to fill in the hole.
Yes, right. Thank you, Sally. Moving on.
George, I'm going to need 3-4 minutes on every bulletin tomorrow. I'm going in with the police on a dawn raid.
Ah, yes, Damien, I've been meaning to speak to you. You do seem to have a very close relationship with the police.
Yes, George. That's how we get stories first.
You mean like the exclusive you got that time on the Tariq Yusuf confession?
Exactly.
3 hours before he'd been arrested.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the West Midlands Serious Crime Squad were an exception.
Yes. Very well, Damien, I'll give you 2 minutes, but I'm warning you, I shall be looking at that footage very closely. Yes, right, that's all. Well, there you go, sweet Deborah. Now you've seen an editorial conference.
Is that it?
Well,
You're always claiming it's difficult.
well, it is difficult.
What? Letting everyone else walk all over you?
Yeah, I think perhaps you'd better just go and sit in my office.
George, I just wanted a quick head-to-head chin wag. You do seem to have brought into the office with you, how shall I put this, your daughter.
Well, I had no choice. See, I didn't want to leave her in the house on her own. Well, not with the hamster, anyway. Not after last time.
I see. Well, what about your wife?
Well, you see, she's sort of... She's left me. I feel so depressed. In fact, the past couple of nights I've been sitting at home and I've just burst into tears. I just keep plunging into despair.
Oh, listen, George. Take my advice.
Yes?
It's best not to.
You're looking very smart.
Well, my dear boy, nothing special.
Not dressing up for the cameras.
Come on, we hardened professionals don't worry about that.
Why are you wearing your Gulf War fancy dress?
It's comfortable.
Oh, my God, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja daughter.
Dave, do you think you could show Deborah around the edit suite whilst we have our meeting?
Right.
You'll like that, won't you?
Oh, George, I am so sorry to hear about your troubles at home. It's times like these that you need the support of your friends, and I think I may be able to help.
Thank you, Henry.
Yes, I know a bit of Portuguese toddy I can fix you up with.
Actually...
No, don't worry, George. She's not too choosy.
Henry.
What?
For God's sake, show a bit of Mr. Dent.
Oh, hello. Everything all right?
Well, it would have been if somebody hadn't ripped half the wiring out of the lift. We had to carry our gear all the way up the stairs.
Oh, I am sorry. Any time you want to start shooting?
Okay, turn over.
Right, well, we're just about to hold our morning meeting, so, Meeting, everybody.
We're already here, George.
Excellent. Right, let's get on with this meeting then, shall we? Well, I suppose the first story of the day has got to be,
The economic implications of Maastricht.
Yes, well, clearly any move towards a Eurocentrist agreement could have severe implications for any fiscal mechanisms, both within the protectionist regulatory systems such as the EC, or even more significantly, global monetary forces like G7, which are so dependent upon the military-industrial complexes of the top 5 macroeconomies.
Right, anybody got anything to add to that?
So, would you like to know how the editing machine works?
No.
Right. Well, we could just watch some television if you like. Would you like that?
No.
Uh-huh. What about some music? Got some tapes here. Would you like to listen to those?
No.
Stupid question, really, isn't it?
Well, frankly, I think it's an ethical problem. And while clearly it is an important story, before we decide to run it, we must consider the moral implications.
Well, we'll just leave it in Damien's safe hands then, shall we, George?
Actually, we are getting a little bit behind.
We certainly are, so can we get on? Yes? Oh, hi, Mum, we'll come a bit. No. Well, we don't know what Major's going to negotiate at Maastricht, but I'm quite sure that political union won't mean that we'll all have to use squat toilets. Look, I can't talk now. I'll call you later, all right? Yeah, I'll call you tonight. Bye. Sorry about that.
Everything all right, team?
Well, actually, Gus...
Fantastic. I just thought you'd like to know our ratings are up again this week. So keep nuking the opposition. Good work, Gaffer.
Looks like Dad's screwing it up like usual.
You're not getting on too well at the moment, are you?
He calls me sweetheart.
Bastard.
He's embarrassing. And the way he caves in all the time, like I'll ask for something stupid and he just gives in. He's scared of me. Can you imagine that? A grown man scared of a 13-year-old girl.
It's ridiculous.
Right, meeting over, everybody.
Damien, I'm just going to have a look at your police raid footage.
Yes, actually, Alex, that really didn't work out ethically. No, I felt it would have been morally wrong to film it.
But Jerry said you had a lot of footage.
Let's just have a look, shall we?
Look, sorry, fire regulations means that not more than 5 people are allowed in. Sorry, terribly sorry. God, no respect for privacy, some people.
All right, sweetie pie.
Yes, thanks, creep features.
It's 4 a.m. and I'm waiting with a special team of armed officers poised to launch a dawn raid on the flat of a suspected drugs dealer. The man is regarded as dangerous. He's also believed to be armed. And we're going...
Fire, we're coming! In you go!
Right, freeze, don't move! Freeze, I say, keep still!
My poll tax. Maybe I sent off the cheque.
Harrison, she's a little old lady. Put it down.
Yeah, but at Hendon, Gov, they say never trust appearances or else...
Harrison, shut it. Damon, do we have to have this...
Yeah, sure, Bob.
Perhaps it got lost in the post.
Yeah, most probably, yeah.
You know, Gov, I reckon maybe we've got the wrong address.
Oh, really? Well, it says here 63 Prince's Mansions.
Yeah, but, I mean, it could be 68, couldn't it? I mean, sort of splodgy photocopy, isn't it?
Actually, it could be 60 bloody, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, what about... Turn it
Jerry!
Yeah, well, as you can see, it didn't really work out, and technically it's of a very poor standard.
There's more, isn't there?
No.
Let's just see, shall we?
It's 4:30 a.m. and I'm waiting with a special team of armed officers.
I definitely sent the cheque off. You see, here's the stamp.
Madam, could you withdraw to your flat, please, and close the door?
I haven't got a door.
We'll talk about that later, all right? Sorry about that, Damien.
Okay, Bob. It's 4:30 a.m. and I'm waiting with a special team of armed officers poised to launch a raid on an armed and dangerous drug dealer. We're going in.
John Arthur Peters.
No. I'm not John Peters. He's the bloke we bought the flat off about 15 months ago. Yeah, he ripped us off a treat, actually. Didn't mention the dry rot or the dodgy wiring.
Wrong place, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, you better cut, Jerry.
Go!
You shot a rabbit.
Yeah, well, I heard this rustling noise behind me, Gov, and at Hendon, they tell you to act instantly in order to save, you know, your own life.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Why is Flopsy's home full of holes?
Okay, I think we better cut there, Jerry.
So you're saying the police will be upset if we show this?
Oh, no, George. No, after all, it only shows them as a bunch of incompetent, illiterate, granny-scaring bunny killers. Look, if that ever goes out, Psycho will give me hell!
Psycho?
Bob. Chief Inspector Smith.
No. That tape stays in my desk. I think your relationship with the police is getting a little too close.
But listen, that's how we get such great footage, like at the poll tax riot.
We were certainly the only network to have a reporter riding 2 up on a police horse.
Team. Now, as you know...
I'm not here.
Yes. Well, it's just that your failure to interact with the documentary team does rather make it look as if we've got something to hide.
We have, Gus.
I want to see you all out there radiating positive feedback.
Oh, of course, it was him.
What?
The bullshitter who had a nervous breakdown.
It was not a nervous breakdown. It was a rest cure.
That's not what Dad said.
George! I'm 100% behind you.
Globelink News, GV's newsroom, take 1.
Yes. So, if the Ukraine breaks away, it could trigger a disintegration of the Soviet economic infrastructure and thus precipitate further internecine strife, as I thought.
Very well informed, your manicurist.
Listen, Headmaster, couldn't you take her back earlier than that? And I know she's not an easy child, but... well, I think psychotic's rather an emotive term. Well, perhaps if I brought her along for a... Hello? Hello? Oh.
George, I'm doing a report on police malpractice, and I'd like to use some of Damien's police raid footage, so...
Well, George, you see, I have spent years building up these contacts.
I'm sorry, is that relevant?
Yes, it is.
Excuse me, but would you like to film inside our new computerized control room?
We're getting some good stuff.
It is one of the most modern in Europe.
Look, we did agree.
Lots of fascinating features.
She's done what? Jeff, hell do you think you're doing destroying that lift? Get in here.
Yeah.
In here.
And, of course, our new editing facility. It's terribly interesting. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. I appear to have knocked that little switch.
GV's newsrooms, take 10. Keep turning over, and when you're ready.
14. Right, should we give, 3 minutes to Maxwell's missing millions? We don't want to go overboard.
Yep. Damien, Psycho's on the phone.
Hi, Bob. Yes, I'm well aware of the force's concern over the material that you mentioned. I appreciate that. No, obviously I'd rather keep possession of both of the articles that you're referring to. Okay, yeah, I'll get back to you. Bye.
George, I think we're hot. The whole team's on turbo thrust, and everything is completely under control, as always.
Thank God that bloody documentary crew's gone.
Just about had it up to here with that daughter of mine.
I suppose she must have been attention-seeking.
Yes, well, setting fire to my desk is certainly a good way of getting my attention. Oh, God. Honestly, sometimes I could just hit that child. Look at this stuff, it's ruined.
And so is Damien's police raid tape.
Deborah!
You said something about hitting her.
Yes, thank you, Alex. I'll deal with this.
Just if you wanted anybody to hold her down or anything, I could...
Thank you. Why did you do it? I suppose I seem like I don't understand anything you're going through.
Yep.
Yes, well, you'd be surprised. When I was 16, I was always arguing with my parents. I was a bit wild, I suppose. I used to hang around with this motorcycle gang.
You had a motorbike?
Well, no, I didn't actually have a motorbike. But I used to go down the same church youth club as the gang. We were considered real tearaways.
Yeah, hell's doormats.
Why do you keep calling me a doormat?
Because it's true. You always give in, you always get pushed around. You're just so wet and weak and weedy.
Okay. So who do you want for a father, Charles Bronson? General Schwarzkopf? Pol Pot? I mean, honestly, what have I done wrong? I've worked and slaved to provide a stable home for you and your mother, and what happens? She walks out on me and you incinerate my desk. I mean, what is it? Do you hate me?
Of course I don't hate you, Dad.
Oh, right. Good.
I just sort of pity you.
I knew it. They've stitched us up. Never trust TV people. They're all shits.
What?
We've been viewing that bloody documentary. It's a disgrace. The only plus is it makes Sally look a complete prat.
Yes, absolutely. It's disgraceful. I mean, there's one bit makes me look like a complete fool.
One bit.
So, Gas, what's the procedure for taking stuff out, then?
Yes, well, I've just been re-examining the contract, and the right to view clearly gives us the right to view.
And?
And that's about it, really.
So you mean we can't change anything? Oh, for goodness sake!
George, something you should see here.
With respect, George, I think the real issue here is who brought in a relative whose effect upon the office was not dissimilar to that of Attila the Hun on Western civilization.
That's what I think is most unfair, comparing my daughter to Attila the Hun.
Yes, Vlad the Impaler would be much more appropriate.
George, this is a scene from that documentary we all star in. What do you see?
Well, I'm looking worried.
No, look, in the background.
Damien's talking to Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be giving her some money.
A lot of money.
Behold...
Damien's pointing at my desk.
Yes, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I was giving her some money to get me a sandwich. Well, several sandwiches, in fact, and really quite expensive sandwiches. And, I said that if I'm not here when you get back, then just leave them on George's desk.
Right. I'll deal with you later.
Anyone want to see copies of these new tests for 7-year-olds? Sally? Oh, no, that'll take hours, won't it?
Yeah, all right. He paid me 50 quid to do it. He said start the fire in the drawer with the tape in it.
So, you deliberately destroyed my property for £50.
Yeah.
Do you want to earn another 50 quid?
Hey?
Damien's Porsche is in the staff car park.
Nice one, Dad.
How's the Middle East conference going?
Well, there haven't been any rows today.
Good.
Because the Israelis didn't turn up. They're saying they'll turn up on Monday.
So they'll talk then?
No, because the Arabs are saying they won't turn up then.
Ah, they're bluffing. The Arabs will definitely turn up.
You reckon?
Well, yeah, because if they don't turn up, they can't walk out, can they?
Good point. You know, I think it's obvious what the solution to all this is. You just get Assad and Shamir and you lock them in a room.
And wait for them to start talking.
No, you just lock them in a room.